Hello everyone, welcome to Code Crack with Raghu. Today we are going to crack one of the most popular binary search problem, Leetcode 153. Find minimum in a rotated sorted array. Here is a problem statement. We are given with a nums array, and that array is sorted and rotated array. So we need to find minimum element in that array. So by looking into this, we can say 0 is a minimum element. Like this, we need to find through programmatically. So what are all the approaches we have? We have two approaches. One is our brute force that has order of n time complexity. But in the problem statement, right, they mentioned the then you need to write an algorithm that runs in order of log n time. So we need to find a solution in an optimal way that contains a time complexity order of log n. Okay, that is one. And they are given one more thing, like the given sorted array is a nums of unique elements. So all the elements is unique, so there will be no duplicates in that. So that is also mentioned here. Okay, so from this array, we need to just return a minimum number in the array. So that is our task. Here are the list of examples they have given with inputs and output. So let's we check example one. Here nums array will be there, that is an input. And for this nums array, the output, on seeing the array, we can say 1 is a minimum element in this array. So that is an output. So on seeing this, we can see one pattern, like this is a sorted and rotated array. Rotated how many times? 3 times. So the 1 2 3 4 5 is the original array. We can see here, right, this is the original array and it is sorted. So like this, uh, if array may be sorted and it needs to contain only distinct elements, and we need to find the output from here. So this is our task. Okay, we need to do it in time complexity order of log n. Okay, we need to find a minimum element efficiently. So let's dive in. And we have an original array 1 2 3 4 5. So how this original array we get it now? Here we see, right, this 3 4 5 and 1 comma 2. This 1 comma 2 will be shifted from first, will be added it will be in first 1 zeroth and first index, right? That will be rotated and it will be added to the back. So after 5, that 1 will be added, then after 1, that 2 will be added. If we are going to rotate one more time now, that 3 will be added, 3 will also added at the end. Then 4 5 1 2 3, like this the array will come. We are given an in numbers and index. Now we are going to calculate the minimum. So we need to take a first element as a minimum. First time we are going for brute force, right? This is a brute force approach. So we need to take a first element and going to compare with the second element 4, and which is a minimum 3. So I am adding 3. Then 3 5, again 3, and 3 with 1. 1 is a minimum. So again 1 with 2, which is minimum. 1 is a minimum. So like this, we need to do a loop. So what is a minimum? Now we can get 1. So you need to return the element 1. This is a brute force approach. For brute force approach, right, the time complexity that we are seeing here, right, that the time complexity will be order of n. What is order of n? We are doing only one loop, so the time complexity is order of n, and space complexity is order of 1. Okay, next approach is binary search. Here we are going to calculate, we need to mention left right pointer. Left is an initial most, right is an end of the array. We need to calculate the mid. The formula of mid is left plus right by 2. Here the value of left is 0, value of right is 4, 2. So 0 plus 2 by 2 is equal to 2. So that is the value. So our mid will be 2. Index of mid will be 2. Now we are going to calculate the nums of m which will be the if the nums of m is greater than nums of r, then the nums of value m is 5. Okay, nums of value m is 5, and the nums of value r is 2. So if that is greater, we need to see like the value of minimum, the minimum value lies between m to r, and it is not between m to l to m. So if this condition is not satisfied, then the value will be lies between l to m and not m to r. We cannot search, we can just consider l to m alone. Now in our case, we need to consider m to r, we no need to consider l to m. So now we need to check only index 2, 3, 4, that is, in there only our minimum value will lies. So for this, what is the else case? If you are okay, before the else case, if this is satisfied, right, what we need to do, we need to increment the mid value by 1. We need to increment the mid value by 1 and assign that value to left. So our new left will be now 3. If that is 3, and the mid, we need to, in the next iteration, again we need to calculate the mid value, and we need to do a condition check, and if that is greater or lesser, we need to calculate the left value or right value. Else na, the what is the mid, it is assigned to right. So here are the edge cases, like rotated sorted array and no duplicates, then our solution will work. If that given array is fully sorted and no rotation, then also it will work. If that array has only one or two element, then also our solution will work. And large rotated array and no duplicates, here also it will work. But it won't work if the duplicates present and the array is unsorted. These are the two cases our solution won't work. Okay, then for this input, I will give the step-by-step explanation how this processed and how we are getting the input. So first we need to check if the left is less than the right. This is the condition. If this condition satisfies, then only our while loop will start. So here we are going to do a while loop, because we are not going to do an iteration completely, we are going to do an iteration based on the condition. So we are keeping a while loop here. Here if the left is less than the right, that is a condition. So if the left is less than the right, if this condition is satisfied, then we are going inside the iteration. So what is the value, what's the calculation? First we need to take a left and right value and then do a mid calculation. Already I explained, right? So we are going to a left will be initially it is 0, first index the left will be, and right is the end index, which is, what is the end index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that index will be 4. So as per the mid calculation, left plus right by 2, which is 0 plus 4 by 2, which 4 by 2 is equal to 2. So our mid will be calculated. After the mid calculation, what we need to do, we need to do a condition check whether the nums of mid is greater than nums of right. If this condition satisfies, right, what will show? Our mid is already we calculated 2, which is 5. Our solution, which means our minimum output, which lies between this mid to this right. So from this mid to this right, now we need to reinitiate our pointer, left pointer. So what we are going to do here, if this condition satisfies, we need to calculate a new left. New left is equal to mid plus 1. Okay, what is the current mid value? It is 2. 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3. So our new left value is 3. So our left is now moved to here, because we need to calculate between this 5 to 2, right? So only we are moving the, we no need to check here 3, 4, 5. So our left is now moved to 1. Okay, now the index is the index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. So I new it's calculated as 3. Now if this is not satisfied, we already know what we are going to do. We need to assign that mid to right. Okay, so here it is satisfied. Why it's satisfied? Now the mid of the nums of m which is 5 and nums of right is 2, the 5 is greater than the 2, so condition is satisfied. I will mention here, so for clarification, 5 greater than 2, so the condition is satisfied, so only the mid calculation happened. The mid plus 1 is we calculate and assign to left, so this is happened. Now you are going for a next iteration, so this is done. Okay, now new left and a new right will be calculated from here, from the first iteration. Now we need to check whether the second iteration we need to go or not. What we need to check, this condition, because it is in while loop, right? This condition, left is less than the right. So here we are checking, like value of left is 3 and value of right is 4, so left is still less than the right, so we are proceeding with the second iteration. Okay, here that is the second iteration. Here what we are going to calculate first, mid is equal to left plus right by 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 by 2 is equal to 3.5, 3.5, which is the round off will be 3, so our new mid is 3. Now we need to check if the nums of m, so the same condition here, whatever we are checking, right, this condition we are going to check for this, if the value of mid and value of this one. So what is the value of mid, which is 3, index 3, 0 1 2 3, 3 number will be 1. Okay, 1 is greater than, what is the value of r, the value of r, the index of r is 4, so here 0 1 2 3 4, what is the value in nums array, it is 2, so this is 2, this is 2, so this condition 1 is this condition is not satisfied, because 1 is not greater than 2, right? This condition is not satisfied. If this condition is not satisfied, what we are going to, in the else we are having one, in the else we need to calculate the right. So our right is now whatever the mid value we are having, right, that value is assigned to right. So only the two things, if the if is satisfied, then left needs to be calculated. If that is not satisfied, then right needs to be calculated. From this, the right is assigned to mid, which is equal to 3. So already we calculated mid value, which is 3. So which will be now both right and mid is 3, and the left value is 3. So all these values, right, left, mid, all are 3 now. So we need to check whether we are going for next right, left, right, mid, all will be 3. Now we need to check this condition, whether the next iteration we need to, because in the here the condition we have, right, left is less than right, but here all the values are 3, so this condition is not satisfied. So we got our output, we are just returning the left, whatever the value in the left, right, we just need to return. So from here all the values are 3, so left value is also 3, so left value is also 3, so we need to return whatever the value in the left. For example, here we are having left is equal to 3, right, the index of nums of nums of L we need to return. So nums of L is 0 1 2 3, so it is 1, so we need to return this 1 as an output. So we got our output, and this will be in login only, order of login. So our time complexity is login, and our space complexity is order of 1. So we no need to do any extra like data structures, so our space complexity is always order of 1, and our time complexity, here we done this through only 2 iteration, so it is order of log n. So we have done with the edge cases, and we have done with the input and output explanation step by steps also, and we got our output also, that is 1, the index of 1 is 3, so that is also done. Now we are going to write a coding. Okay, how to find this one through code. Const, I am just keeping the function name as find minimum, find minimum, find minimum, and I am going to take only one input here, that input is nums array. Okay, so we need to declare nums array, right? I am declaring nums array here, it's a const value, so I am declaring nums array. Array will be 3 4 5 1 2, so we declared And after that, what we need to do, we need to calculate two values. One is left and the second one is right. What is the left value? Left value initialized with 1, okay, 0. So initialized with 0, and we need to keep a right value, okay, to keep left, and here it will be right. Right is equal to nums array dot length, nums array length minus 1. So this is the right, okay. So left and right is calculated. Now what we need to do, once this is done, we need to check the condition here. What is the condition? Left is less than the right. So this condition, if this is satisfied, then only we are going to do a iteration. So here I am going to write a condition, okay. If this left is less than the right, if this is satisfied, then only we are going to iterate. And at the end, what we are going to return, nums of left, okay, that only we are going to return. So I am just returning here, return nums of left, okay. This is also done. Now we need to do our calculation here inside. After the left value is less than, so what we need to do, we are going to do a mid calculation. So mid is equal to left plus right by 2. So I am adding a math dot flow, because we will get some round of values, right? So we will be using math dot flow, and here left plus right, left plus right divide by left plus right divide by 2, okay. So we will keep a 2 here. We can add it like this also, left plus right divide by 2, and this is the calculation, okay, for mid. Once the mid calculation is done, now what we need to do, we need to have one condition. Here we already added, right, this condition. If nums of mid we calculated above, that is greater than nums of right. If this condition satisfied, then what we need to do, if this condition satisfied, we need to calculate left, okay. Left is equal to mid plus 1, that is the value. Else we need to calculate for right. Right is equal to mid. So this is our calculation. Now we are done, okay. Our logic is done, and whatever the things, once we done, right, whatever in the left of nums of left we are returning, so that is the minimum. We are going to check our solution whether that is properly working or not. Law of, I'm just mention here what is the solution we have done. This is through binary search. So this is binary search bs I'm keeping, and here it is find minimum of nums array. So this is done, we are done, and we are going to check now. Now Leetcode 153.ts. So now you can see, right, we got our input 1. So our solution is working fine. If you want to know other arrays also, you can change here and you can check, like, so I will open Google Chrome and I take the next array. Like this is the first example array, right? We have checked this is working fine and our output is returning as 1. Now we are going to take this array, and here the output is 0. We will check our case how this is working fine or not, okay. I just replaced with the new array and I saved. Now we are going to check whether this is working or not. So you can see here, right, 0. You can see here, right, 0. 0 is the output we are getting. So from this, 0 is an output. So both it is working, okay. Now we are going to check the third one. We have one more example and we are checking here. Before submitting the answer, we can check everything, all the cases. So here 11, 13, 15, 17, okay. So 11 we got it, our output is 11. So this is also working. Now we can copy our code and paste it in the Leetcode, and we are going to run our solution. So it's working fine, it's accepted. Test case 1 is done, 2 is also accepted, 3 is also accepted. So all our test cases are accepted, and we are going to submit our answer now. Okay, all the 3 cases are accepted. Now we are going to submit our answers. Going to submit. Now you can see, right, our answer is accepted. All the 150 test cases are getting passed. Thank you guys, thanks for your time. Comment, subscribe for more Leetcode videos, and add your comments what is my next problem. Okay, thank you.